Okay, for today's project, I have to take the motor out of this boat, the motor out of that boat, and put this motor over here in this boat. It runs way better, way smoother, has better compression, and I think it will do very well on this boat. So, let's get at her. Alright, first thing we have to do is take off the outdrive. Before we start that, we have to make sure the boat is in forward gear. That way the gear shifter under here is pointing straight up and down. When you slide it out, it doesn't interfere with the forward motion. Looks like I got some water getting in there. I have to check the bellows, might have to replace the bellows. I replaced the shifter cable last year. I do have a alignment tool, but it looks really straight there. I'll check it when I put in the new one. What's this stuff? I got a new kit, new seals, all that to put on. Not bad. But now the motor can be lifted out because the drive shaft is out of the bell housing, which has the coupler, which is what turns to drive the outdrive. I have to get off this aluminum step in order to remove the engine. I've already removed the rivets. Now I just have to take off the wood for the doors and should be good to go. I have to disconnect the water hose, bolt there, and here, unhook everything. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this engine yet. It works pretty good. There's no issues really, except for it doesn't idle very good, but I think that's because a lot of it is car parts. It's got a car distributor, it's got an electronic fuel pump that's like $30 that I got to replace every year. What else? The carburetor doesn't seem to set up properly. I think it's because of the way the fuel gets pumped in. So it runs good. It just doesn't run good at idle, and that's why I'm swapping it out. Trying to get this off and realize that it won't come off because I didn't put it in forward gear. So I have to jump in the boat, put it in forward gear, and then it slides off pretty easily. Pop this motor out pretty easily. Not sure if I'm going to put the other one back in this boat. I don't think I am. I'm just going to keep it for parts. So once I got the boat moved, I went in and I got the wife and had her help me get the motor into the other boat. And here the wife's driving, getting her to back up easily, and then put the motor where I needed it. And once I got it where I wanted it, I didn't bother anymore for Mother's Day. Motor went in pretty easily, wasn't too much trouble. Once I got it in, I started connecting things back together. You know, pretty basic, hooking up the cables, hooking up the exhaust tube, putting everything back on connection to the starter, the negative ground to the starter. Realized when I was putting it back together that the water hose that goes to the stern drive was about 2 inches too short on this one, so I took it off and it was pretty cracked up and rusty anyway, so I'm going to replace it. And for now, I put everything back together, just laid it in place for in case it rains, and I'll get a new hose, and from there I should be good to go.